Questions and comments. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Government House Leader.
Madam Speaker, I'd be happy to go back and forth for a full 10 minutes and give him leave to do so. Having said that, Madam Speaker, I don't think the member really understands in terms of what it is that the Conservative Party is asking. You see, the government understands in terms of what has taken place in the need to do things such as freeze the funding, replacing the board, having the 2 internal audits, recognizing that the Auditor General has a good recommendation and supports those recommendations. And we will ensure that there's a consequence to those actions. The issue at hand is the motion that says the Conservative Party of Canada believes that they should go gather all the information through the privileges of the House and then submit it directly to the RCMP. There are many legal experts that would challenge the Conservative Party on the idea that at the end of the day it could have charter impacts with respect to the Constitution. And all the Conservatives will say is name them, name them, name them. At the end of the day, they have lawyers within their own caucus that should have a sense of what they're doing. The provincial auditor and the RCMP, Madam Speaker, have felt uncomfortable with this. Why doesn't the Conservative Party?
Member for Simcoe North.
I invited this member before my speech started to actually bring a quote, to bring a fact where he could rely, and he did none of that. He couldn't even name an expert that would back up his point. He just says there are experts that might. Oh, there's experts, lawyers in the Conservative caucus. Well, there's a lot of lawyers in the Liberal caucus, and they've been real quiet on what it means to be in a conflict of interest. So, Madam Chair, I welcome additional questions from that member. I always enjoy getting on my feet to answer them, no matter how unbelievably out of touch they are.
Questions and comments. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Government House Leader.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm wondering if the member could explain to me the lack of confidence, what appears to be the lack of confidence that the Conservative Party has in the RCMP institution. Does he believe that the RCMP do not have the ability to do what it is that's been asked of them to do in terms of investigation of authorities and working with the independence of our judicial system, so that the Conservatives feel obligated that they have to go out and get information and direct it using their privileges as parliamentarians and giving that information directly to the RCMP? Does he not have confidence in the RCMP?
The Honourable Member for Simcoe North.
Madam Chair, artificial intelligence is getting so good. That can't be real, what this member just asked. Do we have confidence in the RCMP? Of course we do. But let's remember the record of the government, not waiving cabinet confidence with respect to the SNC-Lavalin, not waiving cabinet confidence with respect to the invocation of the Emergencies Act, which by and large ended up preventing the RCMP from getting documents. Like, that's the record of the government. We, of course, have great faith in the RCMP, but this government has frustrated their ability to get documents to prevent itself from being investigated. Thank you, Madam Chair.